Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's your boy Purple Sushi coming back with another video. I just have to say, yesterday's video that I put out, you guys put so much support out on the video. And although Awakening Stage, in my opinion, isn't in the best spot for large scale right now, I do believe in the future it will get better. I heard that they're already making changes in the global lab, so we'll just have to wait and see where that's gonna be going to go. I'm excited. I do love the class. I think the skills are probably the coolest skills out of any of the other classes. I just want to be able to just, have fun like all the other classes that have iframes can. But that's a different story for a different video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the PVE guide side of things. So in this video, I'll go over what skills are important to use, which add-ons you should use, and then we'll go right into the combo. So let's get into it. I think first we'll probably start out with the skills. So I'll tell you what skills you don't need, and then from there you can go and pick whatever skills you want to use for your build. Okay, so if you don't have a lot of skill points and you're trying to use Awakening, for PVE you don't need Spatial Fissure. This is absolutely not needed. Gravity Rift, I would honestly put it on unless you're using pots. The only reason why I say put it on is because you recover 10 HP per hit, so it gives you a lot of health back. So if you're grinding somewhere like Red Orcs, Star's End, and you don't have that much DP, it's a really good quick move to help you get HP back. Another move that helps you get HP back a lot that's really nice is a Taurus Palm. A Taurus Palm has HP recovery 50 per hit. So a Taurus Palm and Gravity Rift are both very important to use. The next skill that you don't need Void Gateways for PvE. This is unnecessary, as your other skills will be hitting hard enough. A Taurus Mark, you don't need this for PvE, as your other skills will be hitting hard. Absolute Illusion, I don't believe that you are going to be needing this skill at all, so you don't have to rock that. You can take that off. Form Shift, Form Recall, Form Shift, Absolute, definitely need that. Illusion Expansion, you're not going to be using this, but you will need it just so you can get a Taurus Palm, so you'll need to have this level 5. Same thing with Spatial, you'll want to use Spatial, even though that you're not going to be using it while you grind, it's going to be important to have it level 5 so you can use a Taurus Palm. So you don't have to get the Absolute version, just make sure you get the level 5 version so you can still pick up a Taurus Palm. A Taurus Energy, you're going to need the, I believe, 4th version, just so you can get Energized Thorn. If you want it for PvE, honestly, this skill is not necessary. I never use this in PvE anymore ever since I started using Awakening. So you can get rid of a Taurus Energy and you don't have to rock this to save yourself some skill points. You also don't need the flow for Taurus Energy. I don't even have it, but I'm gonna buy it just because I have the skill points. You need Reset. Rift Chain, I would recommend getting Absolute Rift Chain with Rift Chain. You don't need Realm of Anguish. You don't need a Taurus Thorn. And then besides that, I'd say everything else on the Pre-Awaken side of things is pretty much crucial for your build, just to have everything leveled up. So anything that I mentioned, anything that I didn't mention, you definitely level those skills up because as they will be needed. Awakening side of things, these are going to be the important skills that you'll need. Electrify is going to be your Q buff, so this is going to be important for keeping that up, for keeping up your damage and everything. And then remember, every 10 minutes you'll have 2 Q buffs as long as you use your Reset skill. Lightning Surge, this is going to be a part of your movement. This is how you're going to go from Pre-Awaken to Awakening, and also how you're going to close the gap on the combo so you can keep applying that damage up close. Bolt, absolutely necessary as it is your iframe. Cabellious Training, I don't believe this is needed, so if you don't want to put the skill points in this, you don't have to. The grab is absolutely not needed in PvE, so you don't have to use that. Spear Bolt, absolutely needed. Pick up Spear Bolt, pick up Rift Storm. Divine Executioner is not needed, so you don't have to pick up Divine Executioner. And Lightning Bolt is definitely needed. You don't have to get this flow, and you won't need this flow because it's part of Divine Executioner, so don't worry about that. Lightning Prison, Shift F is with my AP, it's absolutely not needed in PVE. I think the skill takes way too long to use in PVE, and that like 3-second cast time animation like this right here, let's swap to Awakening, and then so Shift F, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's such a long animation, and by the time that you do that full animation, you could have already pretty much had the mobs done dead using other skills. So this is not needed in PVE. Neither is the flow for it. Upsurge, definitely needed in PVE. Pick up that skill. Impaling Flash, it's not really needed in PVE. You can use it just kind of like for movement, or if you want to just kill the mobs at the very end, so you can pick it up if you want to. It's kind of also just a cool skill to use sometimes, in my opinion. A Taurus Spear, you will not need this at all in PVE. Radiant Annihilation, you will definitely need this. You will also need Chain Lightning to group the mobs up, and then you will also need Shock Relay, as Shock Relay adds a critical hit rate plus 20% for 10 seconds upon using the skill. So that's going to be one of the first skills that you're going to even be using in your combo. Now let's get into the add-ons that you're going to be wanting to use for the class for PvE. So the first skill that you're going to want to use, this is going to be one of the early moves in your combo, is in Lightning Bolt. A Lightning Bolt has minus 20 DP built into it. So what you can do is, since it's a tier 3 skill and you can add tier 3 add-ons onto it, you can add a minus 15 DP to it. So you're going to be reducing the mob's DP by 35, which is really nice, and it helps you a lot to do a lot of big damage, as it's one of the first skills that you use in your pre-buff combo. So once you get that debuff on that mobs, it's going to be helping you out a lot. Also, you want the attack and casting speed add-on for it, as this is also a tier 3 add-on, and the attack and casting speed is going to be crucial for making sure that you can do your combo as fast as possible. Your next skill that you're going to want to rock an add-on for is Form Shift. The reason why you want to rock Form Shift is because at the end of your combo, when you're fully done, and if there's ever mobs left, like sometimes there might be mobs with like 10% health or something, like maybe 1 or 2 mobs that weren't in your full combo range. So this is just a really quick skill to finish off the mobs, and it'll keep you moving. You can, since you can change the direction, it'll keep you moving into the direction of the next mob pack, so you can keep your momentum going from pack to pack. You want your movement speed add-on on this, because movement speed affects Form Shift, and you want down attack damage on the add-on as well. Upsurge. Upsurge is going to be one of the last moves that you use in your combo, and if the combo takes a decent amount of time to use your abilities and stuff, you want to make sure that you have the extra damage to monsters, because you already have extra damage to monsters on Chain Lightning, and it lasts for 20 seconds. But if you're going from pack to pack, since Chain Lightning is the first ability you use, and say you use your Chain Lightning, right? Then you do your full combo on a pack, and then you end the pack with Upsurge, because Upsurge is one of the last moves you use. If you go to the next pack and they're already kind of grouped up, you don't have to worry about using Chain Lightning again to apply the monster buff, because you had already applied it at the end of your last combo using Upsurge. So that's why I have extra damage to monsters on 2 separate skills. Lightning Surge, this is what you're going to be using to swap from Pre-Awaken to Awakening, and also this is what you're going to be using to close the gap after using W plus F. When you use W plus F, it teleports you through the mobs 3 times, and you're going to be away from them like 5 feet away. So at the end of that skill, you're going to use Lightning Surge to get yourself back into the fight. You're going to want to add a crit hit add-on to it, and then a back attack damage, just because when you're using Lightning Surge to go through the mobs, some of the time you're going to be hitting them from the back. So having that extra back attack damage is going to be helpful a lot. Chain Lightning, extra damage to monsters, just because when you use this skill, it's going to be important to apply that monster damage early on. Attack and casting speed, which will help you a lot to have that attack and casting speed and keep that up. And I have attack and casting speed on a Lightning Bolt as well. Sometimes the reason why I have the attack and casting speed on 2 skills is sometimes when you're using Chain Lightning, you have to wait like 4 or 5 seconds for all the mobs to group up, if the mobs are being weird and they're being slow trying to group up. So having the attack and casting speed on both of these skills, that means you will always have your attack and casting speed buff up at all times. And then the last skill that you want to rock an add-on on is Shock Relay. This is another one of the very first skills that you're going to be doing in your combo. it adds a inflict 50 bleeding. So this is going to be nice just to have the bleed on the enemy, since this is one of the first skills that you're going to be using. And then having the critical hit damage plus 2% is going to be another nice skill for you to use, and it's going to be really nice. So now I'm going to show you guys like the basic combo right here, and then we'll head over to Stars End and I'll show you guys how to use the combo on the mobs. The combo is going to be kind of weird when I use the WF part of it, because there's no mobs by me. So let me go out here. I believe that there's like squirrels or something over here, like little weasels. So I'll do the combo on these guys, just to show you basically what you want to do. Also, another really important thing that you want to do is when you first start using your combo, you want to make sure you Q block, because when you Q block in your Pre-Awaken and an enemy hits you, it applies an AP buff. Let me see where the Q block actually is here so I can show you guys what that looks like. So illusion barrier. So right here, whenever someone hits it, all AP plus 20 for 10 seconds on blocks. So it's really, really important to be using this skill when you're going to try to do your combo, as it will add a lot of extra damage for you. So basically what you're going to do for the combo is you're going to hold Q, and then as soon as the mobs hit you and you get that AP buff and they're all grouped up, you're going to hit spacebar to go into Pre-Awaken. So Q, spacebar, once they're grouped up, and then from there it's going to be right mouse button for shock relay. Then you're going to be clicking F for radiant annihilation. So right mouse button, then F, and that's going to open up this laser in the sky. And then from there you're going to use S and left mouse button, and it'll open up the other laser in the sky for you. So I believe S plus left mouse button is, I'm still pretty new to this class, let me try to find it real quick, right here. So Enlightening Bolt, this is the skill that's going to apply all the DP debuffs to the mobs, and this skill is pretty important. So so far it's Q, spacebar, right mouse button, F, S left mouse button. Now once you have those skills up, then from there you're going to use SF 3 times. So I'll probably kill this weasel right off the bat, but you'll get the gist. So it's SF, and then you can use F again to go back through the mobs again, and you're going to go back through the mobs 3 times. As soon as you go through the mobs like that, what you're going to do is after you use SF, you're going to press spacebar to teleport back into the mobs, because when you use SF, it's going to leave, like, pretend this is the mob, right? And I SF through it. Well, in the end of the SF animation, I'm going to be like this far away. So to get back to the mobs to finish them off with your last 2 skills, you're going to use the spacebar, and then you're going to use shift right mouse button, and this is going to be your upsurge. This is the skill that is going to reapply that monster debuff that I was talking to you about earlier in your down attack damage, and it hits pretty hard. And then to finish them off, you're going to use shift left mouse button for your other big AoE, and then they should be dead. If they're not dead there, for the most part, you can just finish them off with W right mouse button, and that should finish them off, as that skill hits pretty hard and it covers a big area. So now we're gonna head over to Stars End, and I'll show you guys what the combo looks like on the mobs there. And then from there, that's probably gonna be the end of the video. So I will see you guys over at Stars End. All right, guys, so now we're at Stars End. So basically what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna pop down the little tent real quick, get yourself a nice little villa buff, get that going for you. Then you wanna pop the simple crown meal. So pop that, get your elk stone going on. My elk stone is actually needs recharge, so let's do that. I actually made the mistake of falling asleep with my sage, with not swapping characters, so I wasted like 30 million worth of the recharge stuff that you use to recharge the Vels, but we'll be good. So get the Vels heart on, and then from there, all you gotta do is rock the Spirit Perfume Elixir to keep up your mana, because I don't rock any mana pots or health pots, because I keep my health up with Frenzy Droughts. So you're gonna wanna rock a Frenzy Drought. If your DP is too low, you can rock Beast Routes, as Beast Routes don't reduce your DP at all, but they still give you that recover HP 1 per every attack. So as long as you got the Frenzy Drought or the Beast Drought on, you should be good to go. So once we got all that on, let's get into the combo. Let me actually put on my display current key input for you guys, as this will help you guys out a lot to follow along with what I am doing. So okay, it's my first time grinding this morning, so it might be a little bit jank just at first, just because I'm just waking up, but let's try it to get into it. So S right mouse button, chain lightning, pull everything in, C swap, and get your Q block. Then from here, it's space right mouse button, F, S left mouse button, then the 3 SFs, SF, SF, space bar, and then basically all the mobs there are dead. Those mobs still have a lot of health, so I'm just gonna pull them into the next pack. Chain lightning, back up, C swap, get the buff from your block. Once you get the buff, space bar, F right mouse button, S left mouse button, SF, F, just keep holding F, space bar, shift right mouse button, then shift left mouse button, and then like see how this mob's really low, then you can finish him off with W right mouse button and it'll take you towards the next pack. So here we're going to do chain lightning, we're going to C swap, block, space right mouse button, F, S left mouse button, SF, hold F, keep holding it, space bar, shift right mouse button, and they're dead. Let's go to the next pack. Here we're going to pull these mobs from this side, and then we're going to rock the Q buff. So block with this, and then as soon as you're ready to go, space bar, right mouse button, F, S left mouse button, SF, SF, F, space bar, shift right mouse button, and then we're gonna pull these mobs over here, and then we're just gonna hold block. Same thing, space, right mouse button, F, S left mouse button, SF, then just hold F, hold it, space bar, shift right mouse button, shift left mouse button. And it's that simple. So I will walk you guys through it one more time, saying this, the button inputs that I do, and then I'm gonna do a couple packs without talking. So hold Q, then space, right mouse button, F, S, left mouse button, SF, hold F, space bar to get back in, shift right mouse button, shift left mouse button, and they should all be dead. Then you can pull with chain lightning and then back up, and then you hold Q. And the very beginning few moves with space bar, right mouse button, F, S left mouse button, those skills will go as fast as you can hit the buttons. So the faster you hit the buttons and the more comfortable you get with it, the faster you're gonna be doing the combo. So once you start doing the combo for like a couple days, you're gonna really get it down and you're gonna be good to go. So now I'm gonna do a few packs without talking. You guys will see how I do it. So now I'm gonna hit the reset so I get my Q buff back, and then we're gonna just go into the combo. So let's get it. And then we'll do one more pack up here. And then that should basically give you guys the gist of how the combo is done. It's pretty simple. Once you get it down, it's kind of confusing at first, but once you get the flow of it, it's actually pretty easy. So and then finish these guys off, W right mouse button. Then we'll do one more pack. Also, if your AP is high enough, you probably won't even be doing the full combo, as you'll probably finish them off with just SF. That's all there is to it, guys. That's the basic PvP combo. Real quick, one more thing that's kind of important. I'll show you guys how to do the movement, like how I'm doing right here, to get around to the mobs pretty easily. So all you gotta do is bolt, then spacebar, then you're gonna auto attack, right, with your left mouse button, and then off of your left mouse button, auto attack, you can spacebar lightning bolt. So you can lightning bolt off of any skill, right? Bolt, lightning, auto attack, lightning, bolt, lightning, auto attack, lightning, bolt, lightning, auto attack, lightning, bolt, lightning, auto attack, lightning. That's it. That's all there is to it for the movement. The movement's pretty simple. You're gonna be stationary for like a split second, but besides that, you should be good to go. And then that's the basic movement. If you guys have any other questions or comments, just leave them in the comment section down below. That's about everything I've learned so far with the PvE Awakening. I'm actually making 1,000 more trash loot than I was with Suck, which is insane. Like, you grind so fast with Awakening. But I hope this guide was able to help you guys out. I hope you guys go out there and make millions of silver. But don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. It's been your boy Purple Slushy. I will see you guys next time for the next video. Peace.